How's it going, everyone? Welcome to the stream. Good to have you here. Just gonna be hanging out, waiting for people to hop on. But everything's up on the Schoology page, so we are ready to rock and roll. Hello, Alex. Dasal, not the first comment, second comment. Alex beat you to it. You always got to say something like first, otherwise you might miss out. Gotta be snappy. Gotta be snappy. Just doing some file cleanup on Schoology page while we wait for more people. So, yep. What did I have here? Teddy is wanting me to play. Let me put up the. Yes, thank you, Teddy. Here's some review questions for you guys to look at while we wait for more people to arrive. While I continue to clean up Schoology webpage so there's not so many videos on the front page. Teddy, you dropped your ball over there. Oh, it's not near me. All right, so if you are now just joining us, I've got some questions up there for you guys. Just go ahead and start poking around, seeing if you can answer them. Give yourself a little practice while we wait. Alex, we're glad you're here. We're glad you're here. All right, well, we got a crowd, so we're good to go. So remember, guys, today is up to you. I am just here. I'm not going to lecture or whatever. You ask me questions, and I will do my best to answer them. But you guys are the fuel for the fire today, not me. I'm just here. So if you have questions, you need to ask me. Otherwise, I will just sit here twiddling my thumbs, wishing I could be in bed. All right, where are we? Are the units on the test motivation, emotion, research methods, and statistics? Yes, along with development. Development is also on your test. Yes, you need to know the different emotional theories. Yes, Dasal. Well, motivation is tied to, it's the motivation and emotion and stress chapter. So all three of those mini chapters fall inside the motivation chapter. So I just say motivation as shorthand. I'm glad that cognitive dissonance got you a good grade on a paper. Is this an English paper, I'm guessing, Peyton? So proud. Hashtag so proud. No, actually, that is great. If you want, I would have looked over it for you before you turned it in, but it seems like you did good enough on your own. So, Teddy, drop it. Thank you. Will there be questions from the first test? No, Javier, no. No questions from prior units. It's all just from the three that we are covering. Yep. Good question. You're not dumb, Dasal. You just asked a silly question. There's two very different things. We all ask very silly questions. Nice. Congrats. Way to go, Paytown. Yeah, bring it to me tomorrow. I'd love to read it. That'd be cool. All right. You guys are great, fantastic, but you still haven't asked me any actual questions. So we got 33 people on here. Come on. Where are my people at? Where are my questions? Will we need to know the specific ethical guidelines involving research? It is fair game, Cassie. It is fair game. So yes, yes. Is the cannon barred question? Ooh, let's go back to my thing. I'm not even looking at my screen. Is the cannon barred question? Oh, what? This is terrible. Hold on. Active. Oh, oof. Go away. That's not a kind of question. That's not. I pulled this from a website trying to find something. I was just like, oh, they're just gonna ask the basic things. No, we're not. I'm not concerned with like how the parts of the brain that are active when we're talking about the Gantt-Barre theory. We don't need to worry about that. Good question, Jewel. Good question. I don't know, Tatum. I don't know. It just sounds cool. Practice question. No, Rishi, we are not at practice questions yet. I haven't gotten any questions from you guys. I have some practice questions waiting. I have a couple up here on the screen, but we are not at that yet. Can you explain approach avoidance? Sure, Peyton. Simply put, approach avoidance is this concept that we are motivated to make like when we're talking about like making decisions and stuff, you have these decisions that have both good and bad aspects of it, and like don't overcomplicate things. Like think about any decision in life. Literally last night, Miss Rishu sent me a text message with like a new puppy dog or whatever that needed a home, and so here I'll show you the picture that she sent me. And so for me, it was like making a decision like, well, there are some good things about having another dog, but there are also some not so great things about having another dog. So, it would be nice for Teddy to have, sorry, I'm pulling this up. It'd be nice for Teddy to have like a friend or a buddy or whatever. But also, like, it takes a lot of extra money. It's a lot of extra work. Like, but it's cool to have a friend or like another dog. Dogs are cool. So just lots of like the good and the bad, and that's all that the multiple. That's all that the multiple approach avoidance stuff is. So there you go. It's having to make decisions between. Corbin, you're the man. Good stuff. I'm really not concerned with what you agree with, Aryan. But that's fine. Do we need to know the fight or flight response? I mean, you need to know what it is, but you don't need like. But there probably won't be any specific questions on the fight or flight response. Aryan, I don't. I decided I probably won't get the dog. So, but I don't know. Teddy got into we have like the loaves of bread. He got into a loaf of bread today because it was on the counter. So I don't know. It's hard. He's always home. Like he's home alone for a long time, and like today I worked till like 6, and then I got home and got ready for the stream, and so just don't have a lot of time for him. So I don't know. Having another dog might be nice for him, someone to play with. Do we need to know all the diagrams? Ooh, TT, I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean all the diagrams? Is it the stuff that I gave to you? Possibly. Oh, yes, those diagrams. Thank you, Corbin. Yes, definitely. Definitely. Yeah, those are important. So, knowing the different emotions, the theories about emotions, That's big stuff. So I'd highly appreciate some practice questions, Mozam, from every chapter, please, and thank you. I will give you guys some practice questions, but I haven't heard enough questions yet. So I need some more questions from people. Unless you guys are all like, I'm Gucci, I know all of this stuff, throw me practice questions. But I need to hear it from you guys. Teddy is over here trying to get me to play. I'm not budging. Come here, Teddy. Come on. See, he's got a tennis. I don't know if you can see that. He's got a tennis ball in his mouth. Do that. Can't we ask questions during the practice? No, you cannot ask questions during the practice. Crazy. See? Schechter single theory. Schechter two-factor. What are we asking? Are we just saying things? Or is that a question? Mr. Monk, will the progressive test also bring up the major grade for the please to solve, please? No. No, it will not. No, it will not. The project is like a gift that I give to you. It's a gift. It's because I care. Explain it. Okay. So Schechter two-factor, I really want to just hit on the major concept of this idea that, once again, it's an emotional theory, but very specifically, we are looking at this idea that it's the cognitive appraisal. That's like your big takeaway from my brain just ran away from me. It's this idea that there's a recognition that there's something to there's something that you need to process. There's a reason why you should be scared of what is going on, or there's a reason why that you should feel something about it, and that reasoning comes from past experiences. So that's the main thing. So when you're thinking of the Schechter two-factor theory, think of that cognitive appraisal. Can you explain the information from the packet from last Friday, such as the prenatal development and the competent newborn? That sounds like you just wanting me to go over all of the stuff. I need a more specific question, TT. Don't do the project and just do good on tests. No, that's not how that works. How is the Cannon-Bard different from cognitive appraisal? So remember, Cannon-Bard, there's no cognitive appraisal. There's no mental oh, this is what's going on here. It's just there's the stimulus, and then there's the emotion and the physical response happening at the same time. But with cognitive appraisal, you have that recognition of hey, there's something in the past that's going on that makes that's why I understand that's why I understand this emotion. That's why I'm having this type of emotion, is because of that past experience. Yes, okay. Hannah, can you explain standard deviation and the psychosocial process? Okay, remember, standard deviation, you have your mean, okay? And basically, think of it, we have all of this data. We have so much data. And so what we want to do is we kind of want to categorize groups of people. We want, people as they get farther and farther away from the mean, our average, so here's your bell curve. So we want to be able to categorize and recognize that a person that is on this side of the mean is very different from somebody that's way over here on this bell curve. And so what we do is we have average distances from the mean, and that's what standard deviation is you have, on average, I keep going back to the IQ test, but for the IQ test, it's 15. So on average, your standard deviation from the mean is 15 and 15 and 15. And so a person that is on this side of standard deviation who got a 103, which is good, but that's very different from someone that got a 130. That's way over here. And so we want to recognize that, like, that there's a significant population that does not get a 130 in comparison to the population that got around 103. And so we want to highlight that fact that there is a very big difference. So standard deviation is just your average distance from your average distance from your mean. Psychosocial crisis. So just remember Erik Erikson. And Erikson was excuse me, looking at the major events in people's lives and recognizing that, hey, like, during certain periods of our lives, we really wrestle with very specific things. As teenagers, you trying to figure out who you are as a person. When you are like 5 years old, you're really trying to figure out, like, can I initiate friendships? Can I play with other people? Am I good at making friends? When you get a little bit older, am I good at school? Industry versus inferiority. So we have these socially, and if you think about it, all of them deal with not just ourselves, they deal with other people. So there's this social aspect, and all of these things are imperative for our development. And so whenever we are growing and getting older, during certain stages, we are dealing with certain things. We're very specifically dealing with these things, and that just helps us grow and develop and change as people as you grow. So that is the psychosocial crisis. What is studying for a test to get good grades, to get into a good college, to get a good life an example of? Corbin, I'm not sure what you're asking. What is studying for a test to get good grades, to get into a good college, to get a good life an example of? Are you talking about like extrinsic versus intrinsic motivation? That's still not, like, that's not really talking about why do you want a good life. I would say if you're saying a good life, that's probably intrinsic motivation. But I'm not 100% sure that's exactly what you're asking, Corbin. I'm thinking of just hardcore studying for psych and hoping on progressive for WAP. That is a terrible idea, Dasal. I'm so sorry that you have both my test and Miss Bullock's test tomorrow. My guess is Miss Bullock's is going to be harder. Whoa, I've super fallen behind. Sorry, guys. Whoa, I'm like way behind. Oh, sorry, hold on. I have to catch up. Thank you, Corbin. How is the cognitive different than Schachter? Look at one of them is more like the James Longa theory, and the other one is more like the Cannon-Bard. And you can just look at the diagram to show you that. Aryan, look at your text, bro. Nura, hello Nura. Will there be any questions on prenatal development and brain development? Yeah, quite likely. Quite likely. Habituation. Are we asking what are you at? TT, I'm just guessing that you are asking what habituation is. Yes, Daddy. I got you. I got you. Hold on. I'm having issues with my dog here. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. Okay. Diagrams of motion. On the quiz, there was something about the bell curve, and asked it 68%. When you're looking at the bell curve, the majority of the 68% of the population is right there. Good. Yes, need to know the different levels of moral development. No, Siddharth, it's not. It was handed to you. Which one for the? Yeah, Josh, I don't know which one for the developmental psychology. I don't know what you're talking about, Josh. Okay. What do you want to go over with ethics for animal and human research? And TT, let's go back real quick. The habituation thing. Um, are you talking about like? Um, this is your question. Are you talking about like the response to a stimulus after being like the decrease in a response after it like continuously after being continuously exposed to it? Is that what you're talking about? Is that the question that you're asking? Yeah, TT, is that what you're talking about? Is just how yeah, that's all it is. Like the more and more that you are the more and more that you run into something, the more and more that you learn to ignore it. Think about like your annoying brother, and then he comes up and he tries to annoy you, and after a while, he does it over and over again. You just learn to ignore it. Um, so, like things dull after a period of time. Something that really bothers you at first. Like think about someone. I've just been reading a one of my fantasy novels, and I've got and one of the characters is a surgeon, and at first like the battlefield and people being cut up really messes with him, but after time he gets exposed to it over and over and over and over again, and it doesn't affect him anymore. Think about anything that you've done for an extended period of time. There are some things that just aren't as exciting as they used to be, and that's because we get used to it and it's not as exciting, and we just kind of get over the fact. Does that make sense, TT? So I'm sorry, I'm lifting my computer because I'm trying to fix it. So, yep. Okay. Yeah, Peyton. Once again, let me know like ethics for animal. What do you want to go over? Do you want me to go over the entire thing? Can you go over Jean Piaget and why he created the cognitive development theory? Um, you don't really need to know why. I mean, he was really, like I said, he was studying. He was working with Alfred Binet and wanted to uh, understand why children weren't getting certain questions. So you'd have kids that were like 6 years old that just didn't get this certain concept, and then when they turned 7 years old, they suddenly got it, and it was just like something very simple that they just couldn't get. And then all of a sudden they're just able to get it, and so he's just like, hey, there's something here that should happen, and it's not happening, and so that's what got him interested. So yeah, okay. Yeah, make sure you know. Yeah, make sure you know the 5 different, like specifically the human ones. Those are important. Um, Jean Piaget was. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I mean, all that was really trying to get you to do was when you're looking um, at research methods. I mean, that's difficult to get. Like, I can't go over all of it, Peyton. I mean, it's really just trying to find like, hey, this doesn't like make sense. Like, it's like finding the um, what's that term? Where you are getting the empirical definition for a vague term. What is that called? Oh no. What is it? Empirical measure for a vague term. Someone help me here. Someone tell me what empirical measure for a vague term is. I'm dying. Here, that's just actually a question. I'm asking you a question. I know what it is, but I need you guys to tell me. Operational definition. Thanks, you guys. Thanks, Siddharth. Thank you, Rishi. Good. Okay. Will you go over humanistic theory? Yeah. The only thing that you need to know about humanistic theory in this chapter, we're going to go over them later, but you need to know Abraham Maslow and you need to know the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And just like you don't need to know each of the pyramids, but know that the physical is at the bottom. It's the most important. It's what we need to fulfill. And then we get like our safety needs, and then our needs for being a part of something. And then you kind of have those cognitive needs, like learning and stuff like that. And then at the top you have self-actualization, where you're able to like pursue becoming like the best that you can be, and that's what they're kind of all about. And so it's just talking about you have to fulfill the bottom ones in order to pursue stuff on top. Yep, Josh has got it. Physical, safety, love. Yes, it's the right kind of love, Josh. Yep. Stage 6, universal principles. Yeah, sure, Moaz. So all stage 6 is talking about is that it's like, it's these, as it says, it was like these abstract concepts of like what, like situation or things that are right no matter the situation. It doesn't matter what is going on, but this is just the way it's supposed to be. And I'm trying to think of another concept that's not what we did before. So like respect for the dignity of the person. You're looking for people's well-being. You're looking for a person's integrity, like just taking care of people and putting their best interests in mind. And so it's, stage 5 was about like, finding what was fair, and stage 6 is just like, this is what's right. You know, a person's life is more important than really anything else. And so that's those are the kinds of things that we should take care of. So Dasal and Rishi, y'all figure out your own stuff. Stop cluttering my live chat with whatever you're trying to talk about. Do we need to know? No, not really. Like if I saw this question that I put up a little bit earlier with like people from different cultures can recognize which facial expressions. I just wanted you to think about him. I don't really care if you know exactly like the different. You need to know there's 7 of them, 6 originally, and then plus 1. Definitely need to know the parroting styles, Moaz. Anything that we talked about this week is fair game. So okay. All right, 30 minutes down. You guys ready for some questions, or does anyone have anything specific they want to ask before we move forward? I will take that as a probably not. We ready? Born ready. All right, let's do this. Oh, no, I want to do this. Let me just kind of rearrange my screen so I can. Oh, criminy. There we go. All right. Let's see. Aryan is very excited. All right. First question in the comment section. Bam. Easy peasy. We're going to start you off easy. All right. Easy. Good. Yes, experimental. Bam. Next question. Rishi, just delete your comment. Okay, good. Specifically, Jewel is the only person that actually got that right. Naturalistic observation. Naturalistic observation. Good job, Jewel. Well done. All right. Thank you, David. All right, I got your next question. So you guys got this wrong on your quiz. Bam. Next question. %68. Very good. All right, here we go. Next question. 68, 68, 68, 68. No. Ugh. Hold on. Yes, it would be a descriptive. It would be descriptive, but Dasal, I'd want you to be more specific. So, but yes. All right, there's the next question. Whew. What you guys doing? Patrick wants to talk to his mother about his weekly allowance. It is currently $1, and he would like that to be increased. He gathers data from several of his friends, 2, 4, 4, 4, 5, 7, 7, 12. To make the best argument to his mother, Patrick would be advised to use which measure? Oh, what? Not range, not median. 2, 4, 6. There's 6 numbers there. Median would be awkward. Mean is what we're looking for. Mean, mean, mean. Yeah, because you want the average of what everyone else is getting. You'd be like, well, you know, I don't need to be as high as this kid, but this kid's not getting anything. So mean is what we're looking for. All right, next one. Bam. We've compared 2 sets of data in a correlational study and have found a correlation coefficient of plus 0.83. We can legitimately conclude that there's what kind of relationship between our measures? Yeah, puzzle. Yes. High, yes. Yes. Strong positive, Abby. Good. Strong positive. Yes. Positive, strong, very strong. Yes. Specifically very strong. Specifically very strong. Good, 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 good. All right. So next one. You guys are doing good. Good. I'm glad you got that right on the quiz. Okay, Sabrina studies hard because her parents reward her by paying $20 for each superior grade she brings home. Um, this best this best depicts what theory? What theory, though? Yes. No, you're right with extrinsic motivation. What theory, though? What theory? Look for the theory. It is incentive theory. Thank you, Zohair. Incentive theory is definitely what we're looking for. Yes. Yes, Abby. Yes, Aryan. Yes, Reagan. Reagan. Good. Yes, Corbin. All right, next question. Incentive theory is what we're looking for. That should be concepts, not oncepts. Concepts. Yep, next one. Concepts provides the best explanation for why people seek to. Nope, not safety needs. Nope. What? No. No, 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 no. Drive reduction. Josh, you got it. Good. Yes, drive reduction. No, not Maslow. No, look, they're cold. It's cold. It's cold outside, and I got nobody to love. So we're gonna put on a jacket. Cold, cold, cold. Yes, drive reduction. Thank you, Zohair. Good, Abby. Drive reduction. Yep, drive reduction. Does that make sense? The person's cold, you lose homeostasis, and so you need to go back to homeostasis. Good, Sarah. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, because you don't have you're not at homeostasis. Like, okay, think if let's just talk. Let's go back. Everyone was thinking Maslow's hierarchy of need. Well, it's not comparing anything. Yeah, it's not comparing anything to anything else. It's not like the person can't achieve eternal happiness because they're cold. It's very specifically talking about that. No, Jacob, I'm just singing some good old Coldplay. Yep. Thank you, Rishi. All right, here we go. Next question. Oh, it's too many. All right, there we go. And then there's the actual. No. Hold on. And then there's the actual question. Secure attachment. Good. Secure attachment. Good, everyone. Good. Okay, next. Next. I don't care whether you want to cut the grass, you will do so because I said so. This statement is most indicative of what type of parenting style? What parenting style? Authoritarian. Very good. Authoritarian. Not authoritative, authoritarian. Authoritarian. Your dad. Yes, very like that is. I think we can all understand that in a very real sense. All right, next. What is better, permissive or authoritarian? There's no. I mean, they both have their advantages and disadvantages. So it depends on the variation or the level. You can have a permissive parent that's like almost entirely uninvolved versus having an authoritarian parent who is like super crazy. So yeah, very good. Erickson's psychosocial development. Erickson's psychosocial development. Good. Good. All right, here we go. From your readings. But authoritative is clear cut best and uninvolved is clear cut worst. Yes, Dassault. I believe so. I don't even know what that means, Rishi. Good, Erickson. All right. Who did their reading? Nope. Yep. Rip. Yeah. Wygoat? No. Zygote? Wygoat? No. No. Last stage of the fertilized egg. You guys did not do the reading. It's last. Last. Ah! There are too many people on here for no one to get this right. Whoa, I think I see. Yes. Fetal stage. Fetus, fetal, fetal stage. Fetal stage. Oy. All right. All right. No, not delivery. Fertilized egg. No. The fetus, guys. Fetal stage. Fetal stage. All right. Okay. All right. Here's an interesting one. Peyton, I don't even know what that means. You know, we actually had back when I was in high school, we had a kid that was so tiny. He was a freshman in soccer. He was so tiny, and like he legit had he had a buck teeth. So I had like two big front teeth, but everything else was like looked like baby teeth, and they called him Fetus. That was his nickname, Fetus. I don't think it was very nice. It probably wasn't very nice. Yes, I know, Dasal. I know. The reason it took so long is everyone was frantically trying to type away on Google to get the answer to that. Here's the next question. In what level of morality might a person have an internal set of values that may conflict with societal values? Woo-hoo-hoo! That is bullying, Rishi. That was bullying. It wasn't. I actually didn't come up with the name, but not just stage 6. Not just stage 6. Yeah, you would just say level 5 because societal values. Stage 5 is conflicting with societal values because it's what you deem as fair. So that's definitely 5. I would say 5 and 6. I'd say 5 and 6. Hmm. Looking for more questions. All right, here we go. More reading questions. Which stage is considered the critical period during prenatal development? Hello, Teddy. Oof. Oof. This hurts my soul. Jewel, if you're going to give an answer, just put it out there. Embryonic is correct. Embryonic stage is correct. Yeesh. Yeesh. Scares me, guys. Scares me. But that's okay. Embryonic is what we're looking for. So, I hope you did your reading. I hope you did your reading. Oop. All right, next question. Shelley is constantly seeking reassurance from her husband, Jack, concerning the stability of their relationship. Shelley likely formed what kind of attachment to her mother as a child? No, Waz, I cannot. I cannot put it into Schoology. Insecure, good. Yep. The reading that we did, what day? Was that last week? Did we do that on Friday last week? I believe so. All right, I've expended all of those questions. Yep. Aw shucks indeed. Aw shucks indeed. All right. That was that bank of questions. Moving on to my next bank of questions. Do you guys want, before we keep going, so we have 15 minutes left, before we keep going, do you guys want questions from a specific chapter more than another one? Because I can do that if you guys would like, because we have the research methods, behave, or development, and motivation and emotion. Or I can just keep dancing around. Aryan, just shush, just motivation and reading. I'll do some more for motivation. Do everything. Okay. Miriam, thank you. I always need more encouragement to dance. So that's, oh, you know, I really shouldn't do that because this is being saved. So I'm actually going to never dance on this again. So yeah. Sometimes I forget how wide I am. It's tough. I am now actually embarrassed. Okay. Can we move on? I'm trying to find a question to ask you. Um, yeah. All right. I'm just gonna stop talking. Okay. Yeah, no. Oof is right, Calvin. Oof is right. Okay, here we go. What is the I knew it all along effect? It's this idea that I told you so. You know, you come up with an idea, or you have a guess about something that is later proven correct, and you're just like, oh, I told you so. Yes, hindsight bias. Good. Good. All right. Teddy loves to play fetch. He loves chasing balls. It's just brings him pure joy. He just does it for the pure joy of it. However, Mr. Monk starts to pay him lots of money to go and fetch balls. And so now he doesn't really want to fetch balls anymore because his original reason for fetching has been taken away. What is that called? Well, yes, his original reason is intrinsic motivation, but yes, over justification effect is what we're looking for. Good, 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 good. Okay. Who is the psychologist that came up with the oh no, what's it called? Did the facial expressions thing. Went around the world and realized that people across the world have similar facial expressions. Specifically 7 of them. What's his name? Me and Teddy are playing tug of war. Paul Ekman, good. The Eck of Mans. Okay, so what is the major difference between the Cannon-Bard theory and the James-Lange theory? Yeah, you got to write stuff out. What's the major difference between the Cannon-Bard theory and the James-Lange theory? Oh, still have it. He's an idiot. Thank you, Zohair. Thank you. That is that is true. Yes. James-Lange, physical reaction happens first. Cannon-Bard, it happens at the same time. Good, good, good. Okie dokie artichoke. Cool. How do I want to ask this? Nice, just all nice. Okay. Mr. Monk thinks that he's a really nice guy, but secretly he kicks kittens. So Mr. Monk thinks he's a really nice guy, but secretly he kicks kittens. This has created a conflict in his mind, and it is pushing him to make some sort of decision. What is this? What theory is being involved here? Cognitive dissonance. Leon Festinger. Yeah. Ignorant. Yeah, probably. Yeah. Animal cruelty. Yeah. All those things. Dogs are better anyways. That is true. That is true. But we are looking for cognitive dissonance here. All right. Mr. Monk is studying for the bar exam. He has waited all of his life to become a lawyer. His entire career, everything he's done up to this point is hinged on this test, and then he fails it terribly. Based on what? Why did this happen? What theory / what graph tells us about this? Come here, Teddy. Yerkes-Dodson curve, good. Oh, you got on this time. Yep, arousal theory, Yerkes-Dodson curve, very good. All right, I'm done. I know. Devastating. Okay, who came up with the drive reduction theory? Oh, got him, Calvin. Except for that's really disappointing and sad. Who came up with the drive reduction theory? What's his name? Clark Hall, very good. Okay, there is a young kid, and this, start over again. All right, Julius is in elementary school, and he likes to solve puzzles. He likes to draw. Julius likes to draw. And every time he comes home, he shows his big brother his drawing. And his big brother rolls his eyes and says, "Oh, that's the best drawing you have yet." Julius is always very excited about what his brother has to say. What cognitive stage would you say Julius is in? Bam. Was that long enough for you? Julius is a kid. He's in elementary school. He likes to draw. His older brother always rolls his eyes whenever he sees it. And his younger brother is always, and Julius is always like, oh man, he really likes it. What stage is he in? We're looking for concrete operational. Concrete operational. Nice, Jewel. We'd be looking at concrete. Because remember, what's the major thing with the concrete operational is that they can think about things, but they're not really good with the abstract. They struggle with the abstract. It's probably not that great of a question. I'm coming up with these on the spot as I'm trying to hold on before we end. Okay, you have a concrete operational. So what is Aryan, dude? I'm about to like just boot you. Remove. Okay. What is the range? What is range? Or how do you measure range? Yep, max, least minus greatest, or greatest minus least. Okay, when we are talking about the drive reduction theory, we are constantly attempting to return to what? We are constantly attempting to return to what? In the drive reduction theory, we are constantly trying to return to what? Mean is average, median is the middle number, mode is the one that pops up the most. Okay, we've got 2 minutes. Last questions. What do you guys got? Any final questions? I'm just asking a bunch of like random stuff that you guys know. I'm not asking like any good questions. So, what do you guys have for questions? Any last words? Any last words? No, Aryan, I'm not going to waste my time by giving the hardest question off the reading. People didn't read, so I'm not going to waste my time. I'll just have to sink or swim on that one. No retest, Josh. No retest. That's it? That's all you guys got? No actual questions? How much info from the reading is on the test? Enough, Sarah. Enough questions. At least 15 questions. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Like, what are the main points we need to know from the reading? I don't know, Sarah. What are the main points you need to know from the reading? You know, maybe those major terms. I'm not going to tell you how many are on there, Aryan. It's not how this goes. There's no FRQ, Fatima. No FRQ. None whatsoever. Not on test day. Just taking a test. 50 questions, multiple choice. Woo! 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 See that, boys and girls? That be 9 o'clock. It's bedtime. Yep. All right, guys. Tomorrow, make sure you study. And by study, I mean study tonight. Calvin, go ahead. If money doesn't grow on trees, why do banks have branches? All right, Teddy, come. Here, we get to say goodbye to Teddy one more time. Goodbye. Yes. Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for hopping on. We'll see you guys later. See you tomorrow. Good luck studying. Hasta la pasta.